principle of wealth that we learn from. And a peace, blessing, salutations to the saints out there, to the hopeful elect, to the Aqua for tuning in. And as you see the video, Sniper Nicholas Irvin, I believe his nickname is the Reaper. He says, I can't say too much, but we're pimped by a certain country. And a lot of people are waking up to the fact that the country that the people call themselves the Jews, the Jewish people, and they're stirring up a lot of chaos. A lot of people are waking up, seeing that one of the reasons why they caused war, and they went to war, is to take over a lot of resources and bully the world. One reason why Jake they go to war and they come back fucked up is not the fact that they're soft or they hurt so much. It is the fact that Jake realized what they went to war for was for nothing, and they pretty much murdered innocent people. And then when Jake come back to the place where they were born, they understand that it's still war enacted on so-called blacks, Latinos, and Hispanic Native Americans. And a majority of times you can't do a damn thing about it. Here it is. You went to war for another country. Esau, you went to war for Esau and pillaged, robbed. You pretty much put the spirit of the Edomite on you. And you went out there and you did his bidding. And then 9 times out of 10, they don't give you the best qualities of how you call it. They don't give you your service due. They don't give you credit for it, and they don't give you honor. A lot of times when you come back here, you don't get no respect or honor for veterans. And a lot of times, that's what Jake. Again, going back to the wars and the murder, all those murders that Jake had to do, they come back and they be fucked up. Here it is. Esau is enacting war here in America on so-called Negroes, Latinos, Hispanic, Native Americans, which you blindly can't see. But as he was talking, we know who he was talking about, the Jewish people. It said Jeremiah 50:45, and what you see now is the stirring up of. I'm gonna get that after this. So I'm gonna get this real quick. Jeremiah 50:45. Therefore, hear ye the counsel of the Lord, and you're hearing it because the prophets are out there on the highways and byways. So that he have taken against Babylon and his purposes, that he had purpose against the land of the Chaldeans. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitation desolate with them. So, as you can see, the Middle East is stirring up a lot of things, and they're dragging America into a lot of things because ultimately Israel depends on America, the military, their strength, the defense system, and their aid and their money. And that's why we ultimately know that Yahweh has nothing, and Yahweh has nothing to do with those inhabitants in that land. So when you put two and two together, when you go into the captivity of Deuteronomy 28, Lamentation, Baruch, it talks about a captivity and how the true children of Israel, the Israelites, will not have no power. We were actually being picked on and bullied as we speak. If you can't see that so-called blacks here in America and the so-called other blacks in South America, Central America, North America, and the islands are not indeed the stock of Judah, then there's got to be something clearly wrong with you. And then you also have the Hispanic Latinos and Native American tribes. And it says, verse 46, at the noise of taking of Babylon, the earth is moved and the cry is heard among the nation, because ultimately, due to the bullying and the aid and the stirring up of the nations, and these nations getting sick and tired of America and in the Middle East, those bombs and those nukes are going to fly. And when America, aka Babylon the Great, be dismantled, the earth is going to be moved, and it's going to shake to and fro, and the destruction of it is going to be seen from afar. So let me get that in Joel. I think it's Joel, the second chapter. No, I think it's 3. It's Joel, the third chapter. Yep. So Joel, the third chapter. For behold, in those days and in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem, and that's what you're seeing, the true rising up of the true 12 tribes of Israel in these last days. You can believe it or not, we don't really care. It's not going to remove our faith or shake us up at all. So it says, I will also gather all nations and will bring them down to the valley of Jehoshaphat. And this is what you're seeing. All these nations are being stirred up by who? The Amalek, the Jewish people. And you just got to think about it. It tells you in Isaiah the second chapter that when the true Israelites are back in that land, it shall be peace on the earth. We always bring this up to your attention, to the the listeners' attention, because for years now you've had a people that call themselves the Jews and the Jewish people. You see them all in Brooklyn. You see them. You also got them down here in Richmond, Virginia, and they got their own little quarters. Now, it tells you that everybody shall go to Jerusalem, and everybody should know and worship Yahweh Bashem Shah. But when you really look at the whole infrastructure of things, we're still being taxed, we're still being oppressed, we're still suffering, struggling, and we really don't. To be honest with you, the majority of the American people don't know what the hell's going on. They're lost. They're being misled. They don't know what system they want. They voting for Democrat, Republican. They don't know what the hell's going on. These people are completely lost. But it even tells you that what is it, Jeremiah, I believe, the 28th or the 30th or 31st chapter tells you about the new covenant. So the Lord should have they should be underneath a new covenant. So they should completely be protected, and they shouldn't, pretty much they shouldn't die. They shouldn't be able to be moved, displaced, they should be completely at ease. But they're not. So it says, I will also gather all nations, will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat, meaning judgment, and will plead with them for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land. And when you really look at Israel, it's actually parted. And when you look at the true Israelites, they're not in that land. They're scattered amongst the four corners, being reviled in these last days. And they have cast lots for my people, and have given a boy for an harlot, and sold a girl for wine, that they might drink. So it's just showing you what happened, for the removing of our people into the four corners. Ultimately, when Babylon the Great was being set up. the Renaissance. And this is what you see in Joel the Third. What is it? 1 and 2. Now, is there anything else that I wanted? Pretty much gonna wrap it up with that. Just wanted to get that done real quick because I watched this earlier and it made me think about those scriptures. Get a chance, watch it. And he also said he couldn't say too much. I believe this guy knows a lot, but he's not really gonna say too much on these podcasts. And he also said something about the 12 tribes, but of course he was going off. He was talking about the 12 tribes of Judah. But ultimately, you see that the spirit of Yahweh Shem Shah is out there, and the spirit the 12 tribes of Israel is out there. So, the gig is up. It's not going to be too much longer until this devil really has to show his power and war has to break out. And Esau really has to change the narrative of a lot of things. But Lord's always edified with that. Shalom.